Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video, and it's going to be a games I recently completed, but that's a lie, because there's nothing recent about this. I've not done one of these for probably about 2 months, so it's been a while. But I'm not going to change the name of the title. We'll still call it recently completed, even though it's a lie. But yeah guys, it's been a while since I actually appeared on camera. Like the last video I made was my birthday games that I got, and that was probably just over a month ago, and I wasn't even on camera then, so yeah, here I am. Hair's a mess. I know, I need a haircut. And I'll probably just do it myself, because my dad's got one of those razor things. I might do it myself. I don't really like it. I don't know, you get little bits that stick out and stuff. I don't think I'm just not very good at doing it. But I don't really fancy going to hairdressers at the moment. I don't fancy sitting down wearing a face mask for 20-25 minutes. I don't know, I just not the thought of that. But anyway guys, yeah, let's get on with this, shall we? I also want to do, before Christmas, I want to do a pickup video, because I have bought some games. Again, it's been a couple of months since my last pickup video as well, so yeah, I've got a lot of them to show. So yeah guys, let's get on with the games I recently completed. Just got a couple of games here guys. Just a couple. I will try and rifle through these as quickly as I can, because, well, a lot of these I completed months ago and I can't remember. Well, I'm probably not going to be able to talk about them too much because my memory will be a little bit hazy, but I'll try my best. And again, with this camera, for some reason my editing software doesn't like it. Like, I try and edit it and it just seems real laggy and stuff. So, one take guys, so mistakes happen. Too bad, you know, it's like the classic days with no editing. So yeah, let's see how this goes, shall we? Because I don't want this video to go on longer than half an hour, but yeah, you know what I'm like when I get talking about games. So I'll start off with the single Xbox 360 game, Forza Horizon, which I do think is probably my favourite of the Forza games, and it could be my favourite 360 game. I just really like this game. Very beautiful to look at. Good selection of cars, very fun racing, pretty nice looking open world to drive around in, and the racing's fun, which is obviously the main thing because it's a racing game. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I did struggle with the final boss when you have to fight, or we have to race against Darius Flint. That guy was insane. I had to drop it to easy. I hate dropping games to easy mode because, you know, I'm a bit of a normal player. I like to play things on normal difficulty at least, but yeah, I had to drop it to easy for that final race. It was just too fast. I couldn't keep up with him. I could beat him on the straights, but it was so many bends, and he could take these bends so perfectly, and I'm just rubbish at them, to be honest. So yeah, he was almost impossible. I could probably have done it if I kept going and going, but I tried for an hour and I wasn't getting anywhere, so I got a little bit annoyed and just dropped it to easy for the final boss. And even then, he still caught up pretty damn well. So yeah, that was the only thing with this game. Apart from that, it was a fair challenge, fair difficulty, I would say. So yeah, really good game, guys. Really like Forza Horizon. I think that the second one's on the 360 as well, so I might get that. But yeah, I'm also playing through Motorsport 4, which I've not got on me at the moment. It's in my drawer, but I'm playing through Motorsport 4, and pretty into that as well. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, talking about Horizon, I really like Horizon. I love the open world feel to it. So Forza Horizon, great game. Like I say, it's probably one of my favourite, if not my favourite, 360 game. Next one we'll go on to is a PS2 game. Area 51. Yeah, this was months ago. This must have been about 3 months ago, not gonna lie. I'm sure this was around about the summer. Or the end of the summer. So yeah, about 3 or 4 months probably. So yeah, I always wanted to give this one a shot. Picked it up at a charity shop ages ago and never really got round to playing for it. 9 out of 10, look, that's a bit overblown, to be honest. Very overblown. Yeah, this game started off well. You're in a team, and obviously your partner AIs are helping you out, which is really good. I really liked that. But as soon as you like go off on your own, I don't know, it got a little bit annoying. To be honest, like the whole gimmick of this is you kind of get transformed into an alien. You can go between being a human and being an alien. When you're a human, obviously you're shooting your guns and things, and like you take more damage and stuff as a human. But if you transform to an alien, you basically attack with your claws, and like you take less damage. But obviously you can only go like into like an alien like temporarily, so you have to like kind of switch between a human and an alien. Like a cool aspect, but it just got to a point where the game was getting really frustrating. Like towards the end, like the last like couple of hours of the game were really annoying in my opinion. Like I kind of struggled. I don't know why, but I'm just not used to like older like first person shooters. But it started well. It was a lot of fun. Like I did like the environments and things. It's kind of an interesting game, shooting aliens. You don't really get too many games like these, like nowadays. So, yeah, Area 51. Started good, drifted off into a bit of a slog, and got a bit annoying. So, yeah, it was worth a playthrough. Probably not one I'd play through again, just because I know how frustrating it'll end up getting. So, yeah, Area 51 it was alright. Like, nothing too special, to be fair. Start off with one of my birthday games that I got. Residue 3, the remake. Remake of my favourite game of all time. So I did say that I'd probably play through this game many times, and many times is what I did. I played through this game 5 times in the matter of like a couple of weeks. So I was very into this game. First time playing through it, I played it on normal, beat it in 3 settings. It's not a long game or anything. Like it's like I think the first time I played through it was like a 6-hour game, maybe roughly about 6 hours. So it is shorter than like the Resident Evil 2 remake. And obviously, playthroughs after that just got shorter and shorter because obviously you get used to the layouts. You know where enemies are and things, so you can obviously breeze through the game. I went through it on assist mode, which is easy mode, and I just did that to get some trophies, like beat the game in like 2 hours or whatever it is, and beat the game using like only one healing item, and beat the game not opening an item box. So yeah, just breeze through it on like assist mode just to get those trophies. Played through it on hard, of course, which it wasn't, or hardcore I think it is. It wasn't like too much more difficult than like normal, a little bit, but nothing compared to hardcore in Resident Evil 2 remake, because you don't have to use ink ribbons in this, which I'm a big fan of. Because Resident Evil 2 remake you have to use ink ribbons, and enemies were just so bloody hard. You can make this a little bit easier for yourself because you can buy like defense coins and like stuff like that. So I really like that. You can buy like a recovery coin, which will kind of recover your health at certain points, like when you're not taking damage. So I like that. Made things a little bit more easy. Played through it on Nightmare. I think was the 4th difficulty. It was a nightmare. Like it was really bloody hard. Yeah, I did manage to play through that. And Inferno, oh my god, bloody Inferno. Inferno is just absolutely insane. And I had to, like, because you have to, go through it with an S rank for one of the trophies. S rank on Inferno, you have to complete it in, like, under 2.5 hours, I think it was. But only saved the game, like, no more than 5 times. So I had to use the infinite rocket launcher because that would just be absolutely insane, to be absolutely honest. So, I also played through it on Nightmare with infinite assault rifle to make it a little bit easier for myself because it was pretty damn hard. So yeah, infinite assault rifle, and then the infinite rocket launcher for Inferno for my second time playing for Inferno. So I did actually play for Inferno twice. So 6 times I played for this game actually. So I played for Inferno like first. With the infinite like assault rifle and things, but I didn't know you could only save the game 5 times to get your S rank. So I was kind of like wondering, like I've beat the game in like the certain amount of time, so why don't I have an S rank? But yeah, I didn't notice the whole like 5 saves thing, so you have to power through it again with the rocket launcher. So 6 times I've beat this, And yeah, really like this game, guys. This game is a lot of fun. Got my Platinum trophy. I'm very happy with that. I do still prefer the Resident Evil 2 remake, but I still think they did like a really good job with this game. I think the Nemesis fights were a lot of fun. I think the soundtrack's a lot of fun. I really like what they did with Carlos. I think Carlos is, you know, a pretty entertaining character in this game. I really like the main villain, or like, I suppose Nemesis is like the main villain, but I really like Nikolai. I think what they did with Nikolai was really good. You print money. I like money. He's like he's just like a greedy like son of a bitch. Like he's all out for himself. All he cares about is the money. So I really like Nikolai. He was a great villain in my opinion. Definitely improved him compared to the original game. There's just more to him, you know. He just had that face, that, you know, that dislikable face. So yeah, he did a great job. I really liked him. So yeah, really like this game, guys. A lot of fun. We play for it many more times, I'm sure. But I need a little bit of a break from it. It's actually getting a bit dark in here. Tell you what, guys, I'll pause this if I can find the pause button. And we're back. Hopefully that's better. It's bloody like 2:30. It's already getting dark. It's insane. So yeah, I hope this is better. It looks better, but meh. We'll go with it, guys. I'm gonna power through anyway. So next was a replay. I did pick up this in my last pickups video, and yeah, I was desperate. Wait a bit of dust flying around. I wonder what the hell that was. I thought it was a woman spider or something. Anyway, yeah, I picked up this in my last video, last pickups video, and I really wanted to play for it again. It's Uncharted 4. So yeah, I played for this on, it was hard mode I think it was. It wasn't crushing, it was hard mode. Because I'm quite confident with the Uncharted games. Not like confident enough to play it on crushing, because that's probably going to be a nightmare, but confident enough to play it on hard. And yeah, like, this game is just as good as I remember it. Very good stuff. Absolute, like, stunning game to look at. Visually, it's a beautiful game. Obviously, Nathan Drake's amazing as always. I really like the introduction of his brother Sam Drake, who might actually be my second favourite Uncharted character of all time. There's just something about Sam. He's a very entertaining character, you know. You can't trust him. He's a very mysterious character, but I really like Sam. Sam's great. Elena's great, of course. Elena's always great. Like the villain in this game as well, Rafe. I really like Rafe. Rafe's a really good villain. I love the fight with him at the end. Probably my favourite like final boss in an Uncharted game. So yeah, Rafe was great. Yeah, I just absolutely loved this game. I managed to collect the 50 treasures or something, which I didn't actually do in my first playthrough. So that was really cool. Yeah, can't really say much more about Uncharted 4. If you played Uncharted 4, you'll probably love it, and I love it too. Would I put it? I probably put it in my third favourite Uncharted game. I do prefer 2 and 1. I don't know. I've got a soft spot for 1. Not a lot of people seem to appreciate 1, but I've got a soft spot for 1. And then I put this. Then I put Uncharted 3. Actually, I'd put this. Then Uncharted Lost Legacy. I keep forgetting about Lost. Or is it Lost Legacy or Lost Odyssey? Lost Legacy, right? The one with Chloe and Nadine. I always forget about that one. I'd put that one in 4th place, then the third game in last. So this is like the halfway point. So yeah, Uncharted 4, brilliant game, still holds up, still amazing. Next one we'll go with is this one, I guess. I can't really talk too much about this one. Dynasty Warriors 7. It's been so long since I played for this. It's absolutely unreal. But yeah, I managed to finish off the story modes, which took a hell of a long time. The story mode in this game is really long. So I completed like is it the Dynasty mode? The one where you can like choose like who you want to play as and stuff, and you just do like a load of missions and that. You can keep switching characters. I think it's Conquest, but I could be wrong. But yeah, managed to beat the stories. Like the stories are okay. Like, I do like the majority of the characters. I think the majority of characters do have their own like personalities and things. So yeah, it's Dynasty Warriors. I do honestly prefer Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires on the PS4. I do think that's my favourite one, just because I love the whole like Empire aspect of the game. But yeah, Dynasty Warriors 7. Still a really good game, for my second favourite Dynasty Warriors game. Next one was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. So yeah, this was before I got Resident Evil 3 Remake. I actually platinumed this game. I managed to get the platinum, and that was a nightmare. So what did I have to do? I had to read all the files, which wasn't too difficult. I think there was a couple that I missed, but obviously I looked at a guide for that. There's like the bubble head thing you have to shoot, which obviously I used a guide for as well. But I had to beat the game on hardcore mode. Is it? No, it's not even hardcore mode in this. It's Madhouse. Madhouse. Yeah, I had to beat the game on Madhouse, and oh my god, that difficulty. You die in like 2 hits. It's insane. It's a really bloody hard mode. And like if you play for the game normally, you don't like meet certain enemies until like later in the game, like some of the tougher enemies. In Madhouse, you encounter some of the stronger enemies like earlier in the game, and there's like more of them in certain locations. It's a nightmare. But I did manage to do it. It was an absolute flipping slog to get through this in hardcore mode, but on Madhouse mode, sorry. But I did it. I got the platinum trophy, which I was really, really happy about. I also played through it on the easy mode, the assist mode, to beat the game in under 3 hours, I think it was. So yeah, so I had to play for this game like another 3 times or something to get the platinum trophy. So, but yeah, I still really like this game. Like, it's probably one of my least favourite of like the newer Resident Evil games, but I do still like it. Like, I do still prefer like Resident Evil 4, 5, 6, Code Veronica probably. I'd probably prefer this to Revelations. I think Revelations is, it's alright. It's nothing too major, but I put this above Revelations. And obviously I don't like this as much as Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Remake. But I still think this is a good game. Like, it's a very creepy game, creepy atmosphere. I really like the Baker family, especially Jack Baker. Really, really cool guy. Very interesting villain. But yeah, I really like this game. But Madhouse, I wouldn't do it again. It was blooming frustrating. Especially the boss fights. Ugh. Stuck on them for like an hour each. At least. Especially with bloody Mia. The first fight with Mia, when she's got the chainsaw and you've only got a handgun. Absolute nightmare. Next one was Dragon Quest XI. Which I've got a weird feeling I might have talked about this before. I think in my pickup video I said I completed the main game. So yeah, I won't really talk too much more about the main game. The main game was fun. Like, I really liked the game. It was probably one of the easiest like RPGs I've played in a while. Like, when you consider like the main game. The post game stuff though was hard. Like, I won't go into it too much in case people haven't played this game, but the post game was bloody tough. And it was quite repetitive. I didn't really like the post game very much. Just go back to areas that you've been like previously in the main game, but they're more frustrating and difficult. And the actual final boss of the post game was an absolute nightmare until I figured out how to beat him. Which again, I won't mention anything in case people haven't played this game, but I really like this game. Like, I really like the characters. Dragon Quest VIII for me is still my favourite of the Dragon Quest games. Dragon Quest VIII was, I don't know, it was a special game. It was a really special game. But I still like this game. It was still a lot of fun. I would probably play for it again. Maybe try, like, equipping characters with, like, different weapons. Like, take a different, like, route. With the character building, I guess. So there's that. There's definitely that to add to, like, replay, the replay value. So, yeah, I really like the game. It's fun. Like, just, I don't think I'll do the post game again. That was a nightmare. I can't remember how long the main game took me, like 56 hours or something maybe. Like, by the time I was done with the post game it was like 85 hours, so It was very grindy. Next was my other like birthday game I got. That was Devil May Cry 5. Which, to be honest, guys, I do like the game. I just don't think I liked it as much as I thought I would, which is a bit of a shame. Like, it's still a great game, don't get me wrong, it's still like a solid like 7 out of 10 game. But like, people like praising this to the moon, like it's one of the best games on the console and stuff, it's like 10 out of 10, it's a masterpiece. Like, I wouldn't go like near that far, like, I definitely prefer Devil May Cry 3 and Devil May Cry 1. And even like DMC Devil May Cry, but I would put this definitely above 2, because 2 wasn't that great. And I'd probably put it slightly above 4. So it's my 4th favourite Devil May Cry game. Which might make people like angry, but it's my opinion, I guess, at the end of the day. I did feel like at times it was a little bit repetitive. Like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like there was as many combos in this game as previous Devil May Cry games. I don't know whether it was just me. But yeah, you play 3 characters. You play as Dante, you play as Nero, and you play as a new character, V. Like, I really like V. Like, you fight enemies with pets, which is interesting. Your shadow cat thing and Griffin, the bird. Which, if you've played Devil May Cry 1, you know exactly what those things are. And this game did have a lot of good callbacks to Devil May Cry 1. Which I really like, because Devil May Cry 1's an amazing game. So where it all started. So I did like the little callbacks to that game. It got a mention a few times, Devil May Cry 1. But yeah, I really like the game. Dante was probably my favourite character to use, then Nero, then V. But I did like playing as the 3 different characters. It kind of like spiced up the gameplay a little bit. Beautiful looking game, runs very, very smooth. Boss fights are a hell of a lot of fun. Music's amazing. For me, my favourite soundtrack was probably the one where you fight King Cerberus, which just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, that music, it's like blooming hardstyle. It makes you want to blooming like have a rave in the middle of the boss fight. So I really like that, really bloody cool. One of my favourite soundtracks in the game, probably. It's just insane. Like, I didn't expect something like hardstyle in a boss fight in Devil May Cry. But we got it, you know. I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised, because we do have like drum and bass kind of music, but hardstyle takes it to a new level, you know. But yeah, great game. Played through it on like the normal difficulty, which is, I think, is it Devil Hunter? And now I'm going to play through it, well, I'm halfway through it again on Son of Sparda, which is like the hard mode. So yeah, still enjoying the game, guys. Just don't think it's as good as what people say, but it's still a real good game, don't get me wrong. Maybe I was expecting like too much, because people say it was a game of the year and stuff. So next we have a PS2 game, Simpsons Road Rage. Change of pace, something more family friendly, I guess. Yeah, Simpsons Road Rage. Again, it's just like Crazy Taxi, but with Simpsons characters, and obviously in Springfield. So yeah, I think this is like a decent enough game. Like, I do prefer like the Simpsons Hit and Run, but I think this game's alright just for like just something to pick up and play for like half an hour. Like, if you've got like half an hour to kill, it's like not a bad game for that. I played through all the missions, all 10 missions, and I don't know, those weren't very fun. I really just wanted to play through the missions just to see like what I unlocked. And you just unlock like an extra vehicle for Homer. You get the car built for Homer, which looks like an absolute blooming shambolic thing, but I don't know, I suppose it was always something to do. But I've unlocked most of the characters in just like playing through the game like normally, just playing the Crazy Taxi style mode. I think all I've got is like 5 characters to unlock. I think I've got like Professor Frink, Ned Flanders, another Homer character. It's Homer with Mr. Plow. I've got that. I've got, I don't remember who the other ones are. Otto. I've got Otto with his school bus. And I've got one more character which I can't remember. But yeah, I still think this is a fun game. I'm probably gonna like unlock everything in this game, hopefully by the before Christmas, but we'll see. Let's keep playing it for like half an hour or something every day. Hopefully I can achieve it. So yeah, great little game. Again, this one was a while ago as well.
Megadimension Neptunia V2. It's a strange game. But yeah, I did mention, I had to really mention about this game in my pickup video, but I don't think I'd completed it at the time. But yeah, I completed it now. It took me about 30 hours, and it was a pretty fun game. Like, once you get over the whole anime thing, which you know how it is, bloody like waifus and stuff. You know, it's one of those kind of games. But if you look past that, like, it's a very fun RPG. It's got a lot of heart, a lot of charm, very good music. It's kind of it's kind of like a techno-y kind of music, like trance, techno, and some of it sounds like rock music, which I really like, Japanese rock music. I don't know, it's just a very colourful game. And I do like the battle system, like you move around on the board and you have to kind of like not have your characters too close together in case someone has like a spread attack and just attacks all your characters at once. You have to kind of strategize in that way. But like difficulty wise, I think it was quite fair. It got a little bit more challenging towards the end, but I just had to do a little bit of grinding with some of the girls and like level them up. That probably sounded wrong. Yeah, I just had to grind, gain some levels, and you know, it wasn't too much of a challenge. So I really like this game. I don't think it's got any post-game stuff, from what I remember, but you can like start a new game plus where you keep all your stats, but and I just think that'll make the game quite easy, like, to be honest. So yeah, Megadimension Neptunia V2, my first Megadimension or first Neptunia game, because what was it, Megadimension, Hyperdimension, all these different dimensions. So I might get one of the other ones. I think there's one on the PS3 which I might pick up. I think there's probably another one on the PS4. Again, I might pick it up if I see it cheap. But these games like seem to go for a decent price. So but definitely worth it if they're like 30-hour long games. So yeah, Megadimension Neptunia V2. I think it's a pretty good game. Next we have this game. Wow. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Again, mentioned this quite a bit as well in my last pickup video, how I picked it up. I don't think I'd completed it at the time, from what I can remember, but I think I was quite far into the game. And obviously now I've completed it. Yeah, this game, wow. This is a very, very good game. Like, not gonna lie, there was a point in this game where I was kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get into this. It's like very, very dialogue heavy at times, like, but I think the characters in that are very, very like they're very likable, like they're very enjoyable. Like, I really like their dialogue, which kind of helps things because dialogue can be quite long at times. But this Geralt guy, absolute amazing character. I really like this guy. Just really good stuff. Also like the female characters, Triss and the other girl. I've already forgotten her name, to be honest. You can basically choose what one you want to romance. I went with Triss. I think Triss is like the more likable girl. And I think everyone had a bit of attitude to her. Like, I don't know, that's maybe why people like her. I think most people prefer the dark haired girl. Which, again, I can't bloody remember her name. It's terrible. It's bugging me, you know, because she's like, I think she was supposed to be like the original like Witcher girl. So I think that's probably why most people seem to prefer her. But I don't know, I prefer Triss. I think Triss is more likable. So I went with her. But yeah, like, just a massive world to explore. Like, there's question marks all over the map. There's loads of things to explore, loads of side stuff to do. And it's just very, very fun. Like, I found the game like tough at the beginning of the game until you like get used to the combat and the way the game works. And like after that, I didn't really have like too much of a problem with the game. I thought the difficulty was like pretty fair. So yeah, like, not more I can say on this. Like, if you've played this game, you probably know how great it is. It's an absolute fantastic game. Witcher 3. Very, very happy to have played for it. My throat's getting dry. Excuse me. Last 3 games, guys. So this one is the last PS3 game, and that is Killer is Dead. Which I'm sure I picked this up in my last pickup video as well, but I hadn't actually played it. Yeah, this can be a little bit of a pervy game at times as well. It's got like nurses in very revealing attire. What's all these games been like this? But yeah, it's made by Grasshopper manufacturer, but the same people that made Lollipop Chainsaw and Shadows of the Dam. So it's got that same like humour to it, which I really like. But yeah, you play as this guy, this samurai guy who is, I forgot his name, Mondo. You play as Mondo, who's a very likeable character. And yeah, like this is the thing for me, it's like the art style is very, very good. Like very colourful, it's very unique kind of art style. It's basically just like a hack and slash game where you just go through all these different levels and beat the boss at the end. It's like a very, very short game. It's like a 5-6 hour long game. Very, very short. Again, I beat this about 2 months ago, so remember this is like a little bit hazy, but like I had a lot of fun with this game. It just had a lot to it. It had bits where like riding like motorbikes and things, and like having a sword fight with somebody while you're like on the bike. So maybe it took influence from Final Fantasy VII, the whole bike chase. I don't know, but yeah, just a very good game. I like the one where you're like in, I think was it China or something, where you have to like fight this guy that had a tiger, and he kind of like transformed himself with the tiger, and like the tiger kind of like came out of his back, and very, very weird visuals. Like the boss fights are kind of like creepy, like very creepy like visual designs. Like a lot of people say it's kind of like The Thing. If you've seen John Carpenter's The Thing, it's kind of like that. Very creepy boss designs, like things from your nightmares. But yeah, I really like this game. I think this game was pretty fun. It's probably my least favourite of the Grasshopper manufacturer games. I do prefer like Lollipop Chainsaw and Shadows of the Damned, but I still think this is a pretty fun game. Definitely glad to have picked this one up. And the last two games is both PS2 games, SpiderMan 2. Yeah. I liked this game at first, but like the more this game went on, it just started to get very, very annoying to me. Like I'm not very good at like this game. The whole like swinging around the city, like it takes a little bit of getting used to, but I just feel like even when you get used to it, it's a little bit finicky at times. Like I don't know, like I enjoyed like the first 2 hours. After that, for me, it just got a little bit annoying because you have to kind of rely on your swinging quite a lot. You have to get pretty decent at swinging. And like the fights with Dr. Octopus were kind of blooming annoying. Like, not gonna lie. I like the fight where you're like fighting him on the train. That was cool. That's probably my favourite like boss fight in the game. But I don't know, like the final boss was annoying as well. Just to like deactivate these switches while you're getting zapped by a generator. And I kept like trying to swing to get to this like last like generator thing to deactivate it, and I kept getting zapped and knocked into the water for instant death. I don't know. Like maybe you have to like grow up with this game to like really, really enjoy it, because I didn't grow up with this game. I only picked this up like a year ago or something, so I don't know. I mean, it probably wasn't even a year ago. It was probably like the beginning of this year, like March time or something. I can't remember, but yeah, it's for me. It's not aged very well. Like, I want to get the Marvel Spider-Man game on the PS4. I hear that's very, very good. And I'm sure like they definitely improve like the swinging mechanics and like the fighting mechanics, because the fight in this game is quite repetitive as well. All you do is punch and dodge a bullet and stuff, and punch, and there's a few combos where you use your web and like trying to like tie people up with your web, but I don't know. For me, this wasn't a lot of combos to use. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. But yeah, another game I probably wouldn't play for again. But I'm happy to have played for it. It's definitely like encouraged me to like pick up the new Spider-Man game. So, or the newest, or semi-new Spider-Man game, because you've got bloody Miles Morales out now, haven't you? And you've also got a remaster of Marvel Spider-Man. So, yeah, I'll definitely pick that up at some point. Hopefully I'll enjoy that one more. And the last one is a game I completed just this week on Amusha II. Yeah, so I was a big fan of Amusha 1 and a big fan of Amusha 3. 3 is my favourite. Haven't played Dawn of Dreams, which I don't know if it's tied to this game or whether it's just like a side game, but I've not played that one. So yeah, on Amusha 2. So yeah, you play as a different character in this. There's no Seminusuke, there's a Jubei, who I've got to say is like a very, very likeable character. And also like the female character, Oyu. I don't know, I think she was really cute. I don't know, I think she's a very cute girl. And I really liked her personality. She seemed like very, very sweet. But she's also a badass at the same time, like you wouldn't want to mess with her. So she comes across as cute, but she's a badass. Yeah, like this game for me was like pretty damn fun. It's probably my least favourite of the Onimusha games, in my opinion. It's probably like the hardest one as well. Like later in this game got very, very hard. Like especially the boss fights, they were kicking my ass. As for like bosses, my favourite like boss or favourite villain was Gogondantes. Like the greatest swordsman of all demons, whoever he was. He was very, very likeable. He was a very interesting character. I really liked his boss fight, especially his final fight. I thought it was a very, very like fun, like enjoyable fight. And it's probably not a name I'm going to forget, Gogondantes. Just a very, very funny name. So yeah, like very good game, like good environments, like the rain effects work very well. You see like the rain like bouncing on the water, like very, very good for a PS2 game. Like there's a lot of detail there. Like the character faces look very, very good. Again, for a PS2 game, very good faces. Look pretty damn realistic, I will say. Like something that does confuse me though is apparently you can play as 4 characters. Like I only played as Jubei and Oyu. Like I know there's like a couple of other characters in the game where you can like give gifts to them and they'll give you like healing items and things, which I thought was an interesting thing. Women giving gifts to people, but I never played as the other guys, like Ike and stuff. I never played as those guys. So like I had them like sometimes like fighting alongside me. They would sometimes like help out if I was like low in health. They'd kind of like come to my rescue at times. But yeah, I didn't really like play as those guys, so maybe I was just missing something. Maybe I didn't give them enough gifts or something to like activate their sections of the game. But I'm not sure. But the final boss in this game was an absolute nightmare. I had like 7 healing items, and I still struggled to beat the final boss because he had 2 forms. And by the time I beat like his first form, I'd used like 5 or 6 healing items already. And only having like 1 healing item for the second form was an absolute nightmare because I didn't like the second form. It felt more like a bumming, just like a shooter. It's like shoot bumming, I don't know, power at your enemy. I don't know. It was very weird. Like you turn into a Onimusha, I guess. Yeah, I didn't like that. I thought that was a very finicky, very annoying fight. I thought it was difficult to like avoid his attacks. But yeah, it says you can like multiple routes, which I guess so. Like, there was a few times where you got multiple paths. I wasn't really sure what like way to go. So I'm guessing has got like multiple routes, which would be interesting. Definitely adds to like the replay value of the game. So yeah, that's it on Amusha 2. Still a very good game. Like I say, it's probably the most challenging of the Onimusha games from what I can remember. Again, I've not played Onimusha 1 and 3 for a long time, so my mind's a bit hazy with those games. But if you enjoyed those games, this is definitely still worth a playthrough. Just remember to save up on your healing items for the final boss, because he was a nightmare. So anyways, yeah, that is it for my games I recently completed. It's been a very long video. My throat's starting to die. So yeah, can't wait to stop this and have a drink. So yeah guys, let me know what you think of any of these games. Let me know what you've been playing recently, what you've completed recently. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video, which will be a pickup video. Which will probably be another long video. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. And till next time, catch you all later.